All right, so today in the garage, I'm gonna tackle something I've been putting off for quite a while, which is the lack of lighting. Excuse the mess. Yeah, I'll get to that once I have a little bit more light in here. But basically what I'm gonna be using today is this set that I picked up off of Amazon. I wanna say it was like 40, maybe like 45 bucks, something like that. That's the company. They're LED, super tiny. To put it in perspective, I'd say, you can see this is a pack of 6. So they're pretty small, but from the reviews I've seen, they're supposed to be pretty bright. So just to kind of give you an idea of how dark it is right now in here. On camera, it looks kind of bright, but trust me, it's pretty dim, especially on this side. Typically during the day, what I'll end up doing is opening the door just so I have extra light. But at night, a lot of times I'll have to use like my little spotlights or like these little magnetic lights, or I'll even pull out like, a floodlight just to kind of give myself a little more light. So you can see just by the shadow that it's casting that side was actually pretty dim. So cut that off. All right, so basically what I'm gonna be doing is, like I said, I'm gonna be using that kit I got off Amazon, and my buddy gave me the idea of getting one of these smart switches. Now, I didn't get the one that you control by your phone. This one, you've got one piece that goes in the plug, and then you plug your lights or whatever, you wanna plug into it. And then you have this, what looks like a wall switch. So my thought is, instead of putting it here with the other switches, which it actually does kind of blend in kind of nice, but I'm not a huge fan of the way that it pokes out like that. So what I'm thinking is the lights that I put up here typically are only going to get used when I'm working on something, like whether it's the bike or, I get a project car in here or something like that. What I'm thinking is I mount this in my toolbox. So I'll get like some 3M tape, put it like right there. So that way, when it's closed, you're just like, okay, you're just coming out here for regular garage stuff, whatever that means. But if I'm actually working on something, I'm gonna be using my tools, obviously. So come in here, power up my chargers, and then hit the lights. So I don't know, maybe it's kind of cheesy, but I like it. So let's see how it turns out. I should also mention that I picked this up from Lowe's. I believe it was $17.99, something like that. I have an outlet up here that the automatic garage door opener is plugged into. Unfortunately, that's not a switched outlet, which is why, like I said, I'm gonna use this smart switch. Plus, I guess I should have prefaced it by saying I'm renting here, so I didn't want to go through the trouble of like hiring an electrician to, get a switched outlet or hardwiring this stuff. The thing I like about these is, from what I can see, it's completely reversible. These literally mount by these tiny little brackets, which I have here somewhere. Yeah, well, I'll show them to you in a second, but it's these tiny little brackets. And then once you put these brackets in with these tiny little screws, these just snap right into place. So it looks like it's pretty easy. I put the plug in the outlet, and this is actually, I don't know which side's up or down, but I want to say that's a light. So if I hit this, oh yeah. All right, now let me make sure it works at this range. It says it works up to 100 feet, but you know how that stuff goes. All right, let's see. Yep. Oh, that's awesome. This is gonna be nice. Man, I almost wish this came in black so I could have, so it would match. No, I'm not gonna get that wrapped up in it. I was like, maybe I'll pull it apart. I'm not going that deep. It's not that serious. Or Milwaukee red. I'm kidding. All right, I guess we'll start mounting them. First things first, need to get my ladder. Okay, so one cool thing I noticed about the kit, it actually gives you multiple types of connections and plugs. So these both have, I guess you would say, the ends that go directly into the lights themselves. Basically, so you can daisy chain them and run them off one switch, which is this guy. And then you would have your end that goes into the light, and then the end that goes into your plug. So you've got those. You also have multiple plugs. So like, let's say you bought the kit of 6, and I want to say it comes in sets of 6, 12, or even more. You can use it, you know, you can split it up and use it in different areas. So you have multiple switches. Or it even comes with this one, so you can hardwire it. So that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna be using the daisy chain and one of the switches. Now these are the mounting clamps that come with it. They come in a little pack like this. Inside the pack, you've got 2 clamps, 2 screws, and I'm guessing these are some kind of plugs. Oh, you know what? Looks like some kind of wire connector. Interesting. Oh, I know what it is. So this is, if you want to connect them directly, what you would do, instead of using that connecting wire to bridge the gap, you actually put this in here, and then you can plug another light directly into it. So it almost makes it look like it's all one unit. That's pretty cool, actually. So I guess if I ever wanted to upgrade in the future, I could bring them closer together and put, I don't know, 6 more up. So that'd be pretty sweet. All right, so I've got one in for now. I just want to see if that one over there makes a difference as far as that being the darker side of the garage. Oh, that's huge. I can't even imagine what 6 of these things up here. That's much better. All right, so I'm all finished up. All in all, I mean, it was super, super easy to install. Like, you don't really need any kind of technical skill or anything. I mean, that little box, it kind of does everything for you. You know, you just plug into it. The only thing I wish I would have done is mounted that one a little further away, so I take up, you know, some of this slack. But I mean, if the door's open, you're not even gonna notice that. And I didn't take the time to actually line everything up. So if you're OCD, I recommend not watching at this point, because it's pretty rough. And then full disclosure, so I didn't realize at the beginning of the video, I had a light bulb out, but the only thing I had to replace it was a soft white bulb versus like your pure white LED. So I ended up finding another soft white, put them both in there. So I don't know if it's coming up on video, but like right now it looks kind of yellow in here. And as a matter of fact, what I'll do is, just to show you the max light I could get before, I'm gonna crack the garage door just to turn on the garage door opener light. All right, so that's letting a little bit of daylight in. All right, so right there is the maximum amount of light I was getting before. It looks bright when I look into the camera, but in person, it just looks kind of yellow, kind of dingy. Like this whole area looks dark. It just looks pretty dark. Like I said, don't mind the junk. I'm gonna clean this up, I swear. But I found some, what did I do with it? I found some double-sided tape, and I ended up mounting the switch right here. I gotta clean up my toolbox. So Like I said, it's mounted right here. It's all nice and everything. But for the moment of truth, let's see the difference. Whoa, Jesus. You can't even tell, you can't even tell that one's on. It is crazy in here. Holy, man, for 6 little LED strips, I mean, I wanna say I spent 40 bucks on those and then 17 bucks on this. So all in for $57. I mean, I don't see how you could beat it. That is ridiculous. So hopefully this helps someone out. Here, let me keep showing you the before and after. Let me cut this guy off. Yeah. See, like when I look at it on camera, it doesn't look like it's getting darker. It just looks like it's changing color or color temperature. It looks like it's just going from pure white to like a dingy kind of soft white or off-white or kind of orange. But in person, it's actually kind of dark in here. But then you hit this, Jesus. Yeah. That's awesome. But hopefully you guys found this kind of useful. Highly recommend it. I don't have any affiliates links or anything like that. This is the brand I found, but I think there's like 1,000 different brands out there. So, and like I said, this was a 6-pack, but I've also seen them in 12 packs. I think they also come in like higher numbers than that. So, I mean, you know, put as many as you want on there. I'd imagine if you're somebody who's doing like window tint, you probably would want at least double this amount. So, but for home use, for what I'm going to be using it for, it's awesome.